ETF was approved just about a week ago now. Imagine if you were a client of JP Morgan, you could call your broker and say, get me some of this ETF. What are you telling your brokers to tell them back when they make that call?
Yeah. So this is an important thing. This is the last time I've ever talked about this in CNBC. Okay. So help me God. Blockchain is real. It's a technology. We use it. It's going to move money. It's going to move data. It's efficient. We've been talking about that for 12 years too, and it's very small. Okay, so I think we've wasted too many words in that. Cryptocurrencies, there are two types. There's a cryptocurrency which might actually do something. Think of a cryptocurrency as an embedded smart contract in it, and that we can use it to buy and sell real estate and move data. That may have value.
The idea of tokenizing things.
Tokenizing things that you do something with. And then there's one which does nothing. I call it the pet rock, the Bitcoin or something like that. And so on the Bitcoin, there's, first of all, and I'm not trying to make a joke here. There are use cases, AML, fraud, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, sex trafficking. Those are real use cases, and you see it being used for hundreds, maybe $50, $100 billion.
All right, Mr. Jamie Dimon, biggest bank in the world, Chase Bank. Of course, they've been telling us for years, don't invest in Bitcoin because it potentially can be their number one competitor, and they don't control enough of it to make it financially incentivizing for them. So therefore, they want you guys to miss out. This is exactly why the rich get richer and the middle class now again has almost no hope of getting ahead. My rebuttal is, what good is gold? There's no more gold standard, except for people say gold is a store of value around the world. No matter what currency goes down, gold is going to be there. Well, you know what? If every government in the world decides to not accept gold as a form of payment, everyone is SOL. Bitcoin has the technology, the blockchain. Yes, it's going to be a store of value. It is a store of value. It has the public ledger, but it has the capacity with the Lightning Network to be a payment system. Do I think it's going to be a payment system? No. Do I think it's just going to be a store of value? Yes. And then for Jamie to have his biggest excuse to not be involved is money laundering, sex trafficking. Well, guess what? Getting paid in cash under the table has been the biggest money laundering vehicle of them all. 100 times what crypto does. Yes, do bad people do bad things? Of course. Do drug dealers use crypto? Probably, and yes. But do they use the majority of it as crypto? No. It's the United States dollar is what's been used because it's the biggest one around, right? And who controls quite a bit of the supply of money with loaning and making all sorts of different loans? It's the banks. The banks are the ones that go, hey, I will lend you $500,000 to go buy a house. You just have to pay me back. Do they have a collateral? Yes, they do have the note of the house. However, they sell that note to somebody else and then they go borrow more money or lend it out to somebody else. They're just double dipping, triple dipping, quadruple dipping. In Bitcoin, you can't do that because there's a fixed supply. That's what's scary. That's why all these guys are scared. Big financial institutions. Again, because it's deflationary. You can always turn on the printer. Jerome Powell, what did he do during the pandemic? Just turn on the printer. Boom, 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 boom. During the Biden administration, turn on the printer. I find it very ironic that the people that are meant to somewhat protect us, they prevent us from getting ahead in any shape, fashion, or more, right? Do you guys like struggling to pay your bills? I know I never did. That was never fun. It's one of the number one reasons why people get divorces is because of money. And crypto, a good sense of value cryptos like Ethereum and Bitcoin, can help people get financially free, help make enough wealth to where they can buy a house. Because right now, with interest rates the way they are, done by the government and the banks, it's too hard. It's too expensive to borrow money. And what did big banks and hedge funds do when it was cheap to borrow money? They bought everyone's house. They made it to where it was hard for you to afford it because they made the supply and demand go up and prices went through the roof. Silly. Freaking silly. You guys continue to invest your hard-earned cash into assets that are going to be around for a while, and stop effing listening to people that don't have the same problems as you, because they are never ever going to tell you the truth, especially on the news, because it's all sponsored by guys like him and pharmaceutical companies that give you a dumb jab that kills you later on. No. This is why decentralized finance, why our political system is somewhat broken, why cryptocurrency has the technology with implementation of AI and all the mumbo jumbo stuff that's going around to make it to where you can show on a ledger that yes, I paid in Bitcoin, or yes, I voted for Trump 2024. You cannot take it away. Polls close at a certain date, and it's all changed by time zones. So it's just what it is. This is Johnny Crypto. I'm here to help you guys make some money. If you want to know what's going on with crypto right now, I've told you yesterday. Bitcoin and the ETF right now, things are struggling. We've got Ethereum right around 2,500. If it doesn't hold, we could potentially see a bounce off of 2,400. Bitcoin, 38 is the bottom. Maybe a wick a little bit below 36. Maybe 35 before it just blows off. But it's a decent market correction. I believe we're going to be seeing a $60,000 Bitcoin before the halving in April. It's going to be another buy the rumor, sell the news type event. By the end of the year, we could be seeing 150, right? And just wait till Bitcoin, this asset towards Jamie Dimon, means nothing to him, but yet he keeps freaking buying the son of a bitch. In 2017, I've been around crypto for a while. He was telling everybody, no, don't buy it. He was partially the reason as to why it crashed from close to 20 to 3. What did he do? They bought billions of dollars at 3,000. Come on. Stop listening to these guys. Start listening to people that are in your own same situation, that are trying to get out of the silly freaking rat race. Don't take advice from somebody that doesn't have your best interests at heart, right? I've been where you guys are. I've been broke. I've been to where I don't make enough money to pay my bills, where I'm living on credit cards. That life sucks, right? It's nice to be able to not work for almost a decade if I wanted to because of the savings with assets like Bitcoin, right? Fortune favors the brave. The whole old methodology of just put in 3% into your work, and your work's going to give you 2.5 back in your 401k. But if you don't work here for 10 plus years, well, then we still own like 60% of the money, and you could just SOL. But we're going to put you in some stupid ass mutual funds that are going to charge you 2 to 3%. So that over your working years, it's going to be $500,000 that you lose out. But you're doing the right thing. And when you retire, there's not no Social Security because it's too expensive. You guys are living too long. So that's what the government does. No. Be the 1%. We don't have to be the 1% of the 1% with the yachts. We just need to be financially stable. Whatever number you live off of a year, or it's zoom in a little bit more, every month, if that's $5,000 or $10,000, or if you can live off of 2,000, great. Let's make passive income of 2,000 with crypto and dividend paying stocks and real estate. Staking crypto. It's not unheard of. You can do it. If you had $2 million in Ethereum and you were staking it, you would make close to $100,000 a year, which is about, what, $8,000 a month? Passively, with that asset not going down? That's called FU money. That's where you can call these big banks, say no. And then if you want to go buy a house or something, you've got assets to do that in cash and just move it around. Flip it, do whatever you want with it. But my point is, stop watching the news. Stop listening to these guys. Maybe pay a little bit of attention, because when they're screaming stuff like this, it's super bullish, right? Warren Buffett got rich off of one freaking quote. When there's blood in the streets, get greedy. When everybody's euphoric, get scared. Is this a time to get scared? No. This is a time to double down. Fortune favors the brave. I'm not saying go get a HELOC out on your house, but I am saying if you are an investor in Bitcoin, don't sell it because of this SOB. Till next time, this is Johnny Crypto.